Hey guys, my name is Mark. Hope you guys had a great new year. And just wanted to say a big shout out to everyone who downloaded backgrounds last year off of my site, motionbackgrounds.co. We had over 14,000 downloads, and including free and premium backgrounds. So thanks guys for checking out the site. Be sure to go to motionbackgrounds.co and you can see abstract, bokeh, lightburst, realistic motion background packages. Free. Check out the blog. Also, I've got all different seasonal categories down there as well, so be sure to check those out. Alright, so I recently posted another free motion background, which already one person has downloaded, so thank you to whoever that might have been. And we're going to just take a look at how we created this background in After Effects using radio waves. So let's go ahead and jump into After Effects here. Alright, so we're over in After Effects now, so let's go ahead and create a new composition here. And everything looks good. The frame rate, let's change that to 29.97. And let's change this to 36 seconds. And I'll show you why later. Let's name this, just comp 1 is fine. So let's go ahead and create a new solid layer. New solid, and we got to create the background first. So let's go ahead and do that. Black is fine. We're going to go ahead and add effects. And then let's go down to generate gradient ramp. And the colors I believe I used were more of like a bluish. And an orange. Maybe a little darker orange. That looks pretty good. Go and switch it to radial ramp. And let's put the blue down here and let's put the orange up here. And let's move that back just a little bit further. And that's starting to look pretty good. The other thing we can do is do a ramp scatter, and that'll help spread out some of those lines, which cannot stay on the lines. So there we are. That's looking better. Okay, so the first thing, now that we have the background made, there's really only one other part to this, and that's creating a new solid. And we can name this radio waves. And as you guys see, I've already got radio waves typed in the effects and presets over here, so let's drag that out. Alright, so the first thing we're going to want to do is take a look at some of the settings up here. So let's go to Polygon here. And you'll notice the first thing is 64. Let's change that to actually 3. And that looks better. And we're also going to move it up into the top left corner here. Let's make the curve size 1. That looks pretty good. And it's not quite looking too full yet, so let's go ahead and actually extend the length here. And we're going to drag this layer back and just drag this out. So that way it starts taking up more of the screen here, which looks good. Frequency, let's go down to wave motion here. And then go down to frequency, and let's set that 13.4. And that's going to do this really cool look here. Expansion is important. Let's set that to 8.7. Now, what we need to do is there's not much you can do for the velocity, which is so far one of the disadvantages I hate in radio waves is because it goes way too fast. So if someone else has more experience with radio waves and knows how to slow them down, feel free to leave a comment in the video here. I'd love to learn that myself, but so far I've had to do that. And I'll show you guys how I slow down the radio waves in just a moment here. So if we go down to wave motion, go to spin. And we're going to increase the spin to 32. Okay, and that's starting to look pretty cool. Now, it's not quite there, but what we're going to do is add reflection to it. And now that's getting us really close to where we want to be. Let's go ahead and adjust the fade in time to 12.5. That'll knock off some of that. And then let's do fade out time 8.9. There we go. And then also let's start the width at 3.6. And then the end width at a 2.5. Okay. And that's actually starting to look pretty good. Notice how when we drag this around, we get all sorts of cool shapes here. Let's go ahead and change the color to white. And if we drag this back, it's about where it was. It was roughly over there. But just notice how cool this is. You can really drag this around and get tons of cool shapes. And that's only if you do the sides at 3. You can do so many different things with this thing. By just increasing the sides, you get a completely different random pattern there. Adjusting the frequency, it's pretty cool. So we'll put it back to 3, and then we'll put it back up here in the corner for now. Now the first thing we want to do is take the radio waves, and we want to change the transfer mode to overlay. And that's going to give us that initial look there. It's a little washed out, so what we're going to do is go back to the project, take the comp 1, drag it down to a brand new comp. So now we're in comp 2, but we want to use the same comp still, so let's make a duplicate layer of that. Take comp 1 here, go to Effects, Blur Sharpen, Gaussian Blur, and let's give it about 32. Make that 32, repeat edges, and then change that transfer mode to overlay. It's going to darken it up nicely. Let's drop the opacity down to about 80. That's looking pretty good. So now the one and final thing we have left to do is to slow it down. I'd play a preview here, but it takes too long, so just trust me on this. The lines move way too fast. So what we're going to do is go to Project, take Comp 2, duplicate it, and then we want to change the comp settings and change the duration. So apparently I didn't set that at 36 seconds. It was a minute 36 seconds. So let's just add it to 236 here. And what we're going to do is we extended the comp length. So now if we go to Enable Time Remapping, so if we right click and go to Time, Enable Time Remapping, you can see this is the entire length of the actual comp, but by dragging out this keyframe, we actually slow down the comp by not quite half, but that'll help out a lot. Then we can just drag this back in to about 36 seconds still. That's the gist of what I did in order to create that free motion background, which you can download at motionbackgrounds.co. Go to free. All right, guys, that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, like us on Facebook, and as always, check us out on motionbackgrounds.co. We'll see you next time.